This is 3 News with HILARY Barry and Sean Summerfield.
Kia ora, good evening. Thousands of people have been evacuated in the Bay of Plenty after another day of heavy rain and floods. A woman reported missing last night is now feared dead after being washed away by a mudslide. Rivers have burst their banks, roads are closed and power is cut to many homes. And a state of emergency is in place in Whakatane, Edgecombe and Opotiki.
Moments after the Rangitikei burst its banks, this driver found himself at the mercy of the river. His four-wheel drive no match for the rapidly advancing water. He was just one of many Edgecombe locals caught off guard.
We turned up at about 10 minutes ago, and water wasn't anywhere near the top of the road, and now it's just pulling up so fast. It's amazing.
Only moments earlier, police and fire teams had watched helplessly as the river breached its concrete retaining wall. One of many rivers unable to deal with the 250 millimetres of rain that fell in Whakatane over 48 hours. While most residents are now out of harm's way, there is little hope for an elderly Opotiki woman.
The evacuations began last night as the rivers began to rise in Whakatane. The army was sent in from Wellington to help with the rescue.
An early morning wake-up call of the worst kinds. At 3:30 a.m, these Whakatane residents were told to leave their homes. Some made their own way, most opted for the comfort and safety of army trucks. In downtown Whakatane, volunteers worked through the night to protect the town's main street.
We've had hundreds of millimetres, never seen anything like it. And certainly the river's higher than it was in '98, which was a very big flood. The locals have been great. They've turned out, and we've managed to sandbag this end of the street. Otherwise, the water would have gone down through the town.
Sandbags were filled by hand and stacked against the rapidly rising floodwaters. Their efforts worked, but all the time the rain kept coming.
The only time I've seen something like this when they had the earthquake in '87.
At Whakatane's War Memorial Hall, young and old were unloaded one by one, bringing with them only what they could carry. Inside, hot drinks and plenty of friendly faces.
Everybody's feeling a little shocked and traumatised by the decision to be evacuated from their homes, but everybody's working to make it as comfortable as possible for them.
The hall was transformed into a makeshift bunk room as the evacuees settled in for the night.
Our next door neighbour came and knocked on our door, and he told us that the cops were coming to get us and to take us to the memorial hall. And then the cops came and we had to get on the truck.
Well, it's been quite dramatic, obviously. It's something for a new person in the street to be evacuated 10 days after moving, and it's a bit hectic, to say the least.
Many of these families are preparing for a second night away from home. They're hoping to be back in their houses tomorrow. Belinda, HENLEY, 3 News.